All right, what's going on, man? It's your boy Collab, and I'm back with another video, man. If I am not starting somewhere, I am not going nowhere. Let me just make this one thing clear, because there seems to be some misconception about what I'm saying. I am saying if I am not starting somewhere, I am not going nowhere. That's it. Because I got some DMs about like people saying what they think I'm saying, and it's not that. But without further ado, this video is going to be another sneaker review. And it dawned on me when I bought these sneakers that I actually have not bought a sneaker in almost 5 months. The last sneakers I bought were the Solomon XC4s that I made a video about. It's been that long since a sneaker was calling me. It's been that long since a sneaker was like, I need to get this. But Brain Dead and ASICS just did a collab that is so wild, bro. It is so crazy that I got emailed that morning about the sneaker dropping that day, and I was like, I didn't see any advertising for it on Instagram or YouTube or nothing. Like, I just seen the email, so like I had no prior knowledge that this shoe was even dropping. But I got the email and I was like, oh, absolutely. Like, clicked on the link, went to go buy the shoe. They still had my size. I was like, oh yeah, one and done. Like, it literally took me like maybe 2 minutes to decide if I wanted to buy these sneakers. It was no question. Again, this is the sneaker that I'm talking about. This is going to be the Brain Dead ASICS collab. This is going to be the Gel-Nimbus 9. But like, dude, the color on these shoes are ridiculous. They are so wild for this. Like, and then on each shoe, it has a Brain Dead on the inside of this one, and then it has the ASICS on the other one. I mean, what else can I say? Like, this shoe is beautiful, bro. Like, just look at it. Like, this is what I want out of sneakers. It's like creativity, different colors. It's not just like the muted browns, tans, olives that people like to make their shoes because they know it's gonna sell. This is like unique color coordination that, usually you don't even think these colors will go together well, but they do, and they obviously shown it through this collab. It was a really good collab. And even the box was dope. Like, the box itself was pretty dope as well. Like, it was just like really simple, nothing too crazy, nothing to like rip and rave about. But it just shows that extra step that they went to make this really their shoe and their collab. So I definitely thought it was cool and unique. But like always, like I always do, I'm gonna wear these sneakers for a week straight. I mean, day in, day out, go to work in them, spend 8 hours in the shoe pretty much every day, just to kind of get a feel for the shoe itself. This is my first pair of ASICS Gel-Nimbus 9s. So we're gonna see how that shoe kind of holds up just like through a work day, through a regular, just like casual day, and see how it feels after a week wearing it. I ended up going with a 9. I went with my true size. As of right now, they do kind of feel really restricted, just like in the toe box area. But I'm sure once I kind of loosen them up a little bit more, which I do with all of my sneakers, it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable. And I am wearing a thicker sock than normal, so I'm probably gonna, I'm gonna switch around. We're gonna see. But again, I'll catch y'all in a week with my thoughts and opinions about the Brain Dead ASICS Gel-Nimbus 9 collab. And we are back. This is gonna be the review portion of the ASICS Brain Dead collab. This is gonna be the ASICS Gel-Nimbus 9 silhouette, so let's get into it. So I actually didn't end up wearing this sneaker for a week like I said I would. Just to give you a little taste of what's been happening in Austin, Texas, here is a good visual.
Shit getting out of hand now.
My car was frozen over twice on Tuesday, Wednesday, and a little bit of Thursday, but it wasn't too crazy. But it has been freezing. Power outages have been happening, so I didn't actually wear it for a week. I wore it for about like 4 days max. But I still have a pretty good consensus on how I feel about the comfortability, how I feel about the sneaker, how I feel about the collab. So let's get into it. Comfortability wise, I would say these sneakers are pretty comfortable. I am not gonna gas it. It's not super soft. It's not crazy comfortable. I can't imagine wearing it for longer than 8 hours. I think right around the 4 hour, 5 hour mark, my feet were cooked. Like they were done. And maybe that was just because of what I was doing. I mean, I work on my feet all day, and then even on my days off, I do a lot of running around in stores, going to the gym. Also just like, I just do a lot. So I'm always walking on my feet, and I definitely will not wear these for longer than like a 5-hour period at a time. So that's how I feel about the comfortability. Don't get me wrong, the shoe is not uncomfortable. It's just not the most comfortable, if that makes sense. Again, I went with a size 9, but the reason I go with size 9, which I typically think I should start buying 9.5s, but the reason I go with a size 9 is because I loose tie all my sneakers. I do this to all my sneakers. I don't know why or when I started doing this, but all my sneakers are like this. I just like the way it looks, the aesthetic of it, I don't know. But I think that's the reason why I go with a 9, because if I did this with a 9.5, I will probably be flopping in and out of the shoe. And then with the size 9, since it's a little bit tight, I could still do this without, you know, slipping and sliding out of my shoe. So again, if you plan on wearing it where you're tying it pretty tight here and you're choking them up, I recommend you go up with a half size up, just because again, this is what I do to my sneakers. I know everyone doesn't do this with their sneakers. So if you plan on wearing them like laced and all that, you should probably go a half size up. I went with a 9 just because I do this with my sneakers. But as far as collabs go, this collab was fire. So they dropped this pair, and then they also dropped this pair. And honestly, I would want both colorways. Both colorways are fire. I chose these just because when I get shoes like this, it just makes me want to step out of my normal, like, blacks, white, gray, olive, it makes me want to be more colorful with my closet, with my wardrobe. I try to buy pieces that force me to kind of coordinate with these. So that's the reason I went with this one instead of the other one. Also, the other one sold out way before these ones did. But again, I like both, so I didn't lose at all. So as far as the silhouette goes, like, this sneaker is like, it's up there. I know if they put more effort as far as like with brand collabs and, different colorways, like the Gel-Nimbus 9 is a really nice silhouette. If you're just looking for a casual sneaker just on the go, you could throw it on with just about any fit if you get the right colorway. Like, I believe Kiko did a Gel-Nimbus 9 before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, the sneaker is dope. The silhouette is dope. So even if this wasn't a brain dead collab and they had this colorway, I probably still would cop them. And if they have other colorways that's really drawing to me, I will probably cop those as well, just because the silhouette just goes with how I like my sneakers to look, how I like my sneakers to fit. So the Gel-Nimbus 9 is gonna be a thumbs up for me. Again, who am I? I'm just a content creator, so you could think whatever you wanna think. But I really like the sneaker silhouette. And just an extra piece of information, I think the thing that I got the most compliments on from this sneaker was actually the meshing at the toe box. This is where, I didn't really pay too much attention to it when I first got the sneaker, but every time people see me out wearing it or people see them, they kind of just point that out as a standout point of the sneaker itself, which as I look at it, it is really good meshing on the toe box of this shoe. Like, it's amazing. And the colorway is amazing as well. It just goes with it. So again, that is going to be my review of the Gel-Nimbus 9, the ASICS Brain Dead collab. Let me know in the comments what y'all think of this sneaker. Would you wear this sneaker? What do you rate this sneaker, 1 to 10? And without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch y'all on the next one.
But I love the way you work it. Hey, I love the way you work it.